Hi everyone. My name is Amber Goodrich and I'm one of the College Bound Regional Officers for the College Success Foundation. Today I want to discuss with you general education requirements for a successful first year at college. To begin with, what are general education requirements? According to the University of Washington, the objective is to introduce students to many new ideas rather than training them in one specific subject, so that they are in a position to create linkages across a wide expanse of different topics and disciplines. Areas of knowledge are meant to allow students to embrace the exploration of new ideas and work diligently to make connections, especially where none seem to exist. So, what does this mean? As part of your general education curriculum, you will be learning about a diverse amount of topics, from art to history, math, geology. For some students, this can seem tedious or counterproductive. Maybe you already know you want to be an engineer, so you might think, why do I need to take English 101? The goal of general education is to be exposed to many new ideas and create connections to different types of coursework. For example, let's take geography. On its face, many people might assume that it's just about maps and learning where things are. The study of geography intersects with history, learning how countries came to exist or fall. Geology, learning about natural boundaries that create political divisions between states. Economics, learning about the economies of countries and its impact on the world. Geography is more than maps and memorizing capitals. Along with learning to see these intersections with other subjects, exposing yourself to a variety of subjects gives you the opportunity to explore. Maybe you already know what you want to do as a career. Maybe you don't. I knew someone in college who decided to become a geologist after taking one geology course, which was a general education requirement. He didn't know he wanted to be a geologist until that course. The perfect career for you might just be hidden in a class you never would have otherwise have thought to take. The opposite could also happen to you. Maybe you thought you wanted to be pre-med and decide against it after taking multiple science courses. General education is the perfect way to explore before you get into your decided major. The course catalog should be your friend. It has so much important information that will help you figure out your academics. This page is an example from Central Washington University's course catalog. It shows you the class, a brief overview of the class content, and then it tells you really important info, such as whether or not the course counts towards your general education requirements. It also tells you which quarters the class is offered. This is such an important section of the catalog. Depending on your coursework, some classes may be needed to be taken in a sequence. It could be possible that the first course in a sequence is only offered once per year. This means that if you miss the first class, you miss the whole sequence, and you have to wait another year to take it. The same could be said for prerequisites. The class that you need to get into another class might only be offered one a quarter. If you miss it, you have to wait a year to take the class, so you could be behind in your academic plan. Some classes are only offered every other year. I don't tell you this to worry you, but to stress the importance of planning. For example, at Central, if you want to take genetics, it has a prerequisite of biostatistics, which means you need to take biostats before you'll be allowed to register for genetics. So it's very important that you know when biostats is offered. That way you can get into genetics when the time comes. Did you feel overwhelmed thinking about planning your courses just now? You don't have to be. There are academic advisors to help you. I strongly suggest that you utilize their services. Asking for their help doesn't mean that you're in trouble, it just helps you plan and better prepare. They can guide you through class selection for your first year, help you figure out what prerequisite courses you might be needed for your planned major. And once you declare a major, the advisor can also help you come up with an academic plan so you know that you'll be graduating on time. Depending on the school that you go to, there might even be a chance to design your own major. You might be able to create your own interdisciplinary major that combines different subject matter to make your own curriculum. Academic advisors and advisors in departments that you're interested in will be able to assist you with that. So, what is an academic plan? It is a plan for the courses that you want to take each quarter. You can make a plan for 1 year or longer. The one listed in the slide is for 1 academic year. I think academic plans have a bad reputation because it could be needed to reinstate your financial aid if you fail to make satisfactory academic progress. For students, having to do an extra step, such as create an academic plan, feels like a punishment. However, it's quite the opposite. An academic plan takes the guesswork out of deciding what classes you're taking. If you create a plan, then you know exactly what you're taking each quarter. You're ready to register every time without needing to look up that maybe a class you want to take is not offered. You will have already done that research. Also, introductory classes fill up fast once registration opens. If you have a plan, it makes it that much faster to register, and you won't have to worry about missing out. I want to highlight Central Washington University's general education requirements as an example. The following is a screenshot of their general education worksheet for students. All students are required to take an introductory course their first year called CWU 184. Then students have to take at least one academic writing class and one quantitative reasoning class. The courses listed under academic writing and quantitative reasoning are the options that you have to fill that requirement. Then there are different pathways that you must complete. The following table shows options of classes you can take and where they fall under. Most general education plans will give you a variety of options, so you can still pick classes that interest you rather than being pigeonholed in a narrow field of subject that you won't like. In order to complete these requirements, you need to take at least 3 courses in each column. So you're able to choose if you prefer things like academic writing, community and culture and citizenship, or maybe creative expression is more your taste. Let's say that you prefer creative expression courses. You can take courses across the row, and it shows you how one subject connects to so many different areas, such as social justice, health and well being, and even perspectives on current issues. This is the point of general education, to make these connections. Although this example is for Central only, many other universities will have a similar structure of taking classes across multiple disciplines. Another reason to make sure that you create an academic plan is because it can help you keep your financial aid. The Financial Aid Office runs a process called Satisfactory Academic Progress, and it measures a variety of factors, including GPA, how many courses you passed, and also the total quantity of courses you've taken. Maximum time frame is the 150% rule. It basically means that you have 1.5 times your total program length to finish your degree. This means that if it takes 4 years to complete your degree, the time frame gives you 6 years to finish it. Most students don't have to worry about maximum time frame if they have a plan to graduate on time and are following it. This is why having an academic plan is so important because you know that you're on track and you're not going to go over the 150% rule. Keep in mind that financial aid doesn't last forever. College Bound Scholarship is only eligible to students for 4 years, Washington College Grant for 5 years, and the Pell Grant for 6 years. I've known students who didn't plan out their courses and exceeded their 6 year Pell Grant limit. This means they either needed to take out a lot of loans or pay out of pocket to finish their degree. Running out of financial aid is not a good position to be in, but with careful planning, you can avoid this scenario. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope that you learned something about general education requirements. Please keep in mind that the examples highlighted here were for Central only, but many schools operate similarly. I wish you the best first year at college. Thank you.